This is day 983 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Like sponsor comes share more of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Please guys directly very greatly appreciate. They were doing Simon Tov Reish Ayin Aleph C Vav through Yud Dalet. Vav. Yesterday, the time Gemara Enchol Kim Zelzeh. The reason Gemara do not necessarily agree with each other. The commentary Yechol Mitzvah Achas. There's several reasons for one same mitzvah. One of them are the plea with Tam Einyan. One of them say they argue. The Inyan Machleikas Beishar Mesil. Only they argue about is Beishar Mesil. The Beishar Mesil really Yom Rishon Shmona. The first day you start with 8. Yom Sheni Yeshiva go down to 7. Pokers Volech. You go down and down. Beisil is Yom Rishon Echad, Yom Sheni Shnaim, most will go up and up. The Zemesh on the pig, there says Machlok is man Nachku Beisham Beisil. What's Machlok is Charamar? Beisham say the Heker Yotzach Yom Yan Yichnasim. One says the Beisham requires that the days coming in will be recognizable. So Yotzim Beisil says on days which are leaving. Charamar the Beisham says Kapar Chagshim Shmatin. Some Beisil says that Beisham holds go corresponding to the bulls brought on sukkahs, which go down in number each day. So go up in the kodesh, go down. But someone saying so himself could hold that the two logics together. In other words, the yotzim and connected the malim b'kodesh l'mreidim. And brackets his silver chenim sofrim halachai and sham basically holds it both. Irrespective of this, the divrei taste the same muvarim. The words taste difficult. Mashamar di madli kafim mispar bnei bayis lo heka. Now, which he says they'll be light according to the number of people in the house who won't be recognizable. Sheinucha adlikim mispar bnei bayis. We light like the number of people in the household. Be heka and still be heka. Ma'ayish kol echem bnei bayis adlik mokom yuchad. Everybody will light a different place. Well, Shalo say like we taka do. If several menorahs at least. And then the people say, we'll see how many days have gone by of Hanukkah. And then I'm saying, Asi Shabbat. But this goes work out well. The Ma'ikar Dim Aliyim Pesach Asam Lushus Rabbi. Because Ma'ikar Dim light in the opening towards Shus Rabbi, with side small on the left side of Tefach Asam Pesach, and within the Tefach of the opening, which is bars we shall say. Became a Chesh, Malcolm Echad. So that's the case, everybody's lying in one place. There's no hecker. The Pesach Hasamuch Shusrai because she's bar. Not everywhere do you light in that tefach adjacent to the pit opening, which is next to Shusarabim, as we shall see. The Gemara is saying like we don't do this at all. When Malim buys the light in the house, when there's such case, it's also Rishiyesh Lesos Kamrambam, Lushulat Ram B'chol Eri Alik Makam B'Pnei Atzmo. Each person lighting in his own place. There'll be a hecker in this fashion, buying see if there's Zayin. Again, several Noras seem to be enough of a hecker to me. Based on Locha writes in the Pri Megadim, in the first night you don't have to be careful. In the first night you have to be careful because low plug, there's no distinction. Everyone's only lighting one candle for sure. According to this, all works out. Taste is the Gemara. So the Taste is concerned that people are going to think and won't know how many days of Hanukkah are over and how many days are left. And depending on whether they think one person is lighting or many people are lighting, that's when everybody lights out. The Yom Shus Rabin. That's so seen. That's how the people in Spanish descended congregations would do. The Rambam, the marriage of the ways to sit down and lie in your house without feeding the Gemara, but even according to the Gemara, holy for a Kilson, you can do whichever way you want. Came when the Mishnah Mishmael concerns it's both ways have an advantage and a disadvantage. Rambam, that's why Rambam not rebuke the people of Sfarad. The Rabbeinu says he based Basak, there's no minig Sfarad. He passed away. He says it's a minig of Spain. The Gamamagi Mishnah Kasov Shekinu Deragam the Minhagam. Mishnah writes that that's a minig as well. For Rabbeinu, Rama Kaslav Karama was Shono. The Rama writes you shouldn't call Chavin Neabais. You have to leave a minig Pasha. Everybody lights, even though it's perhaps could get confusing. Vizaru of Litania also call Echad Vecham Makam Yuchat. Everybody should put the candles in this distinct place. Because you had Hecker Kamiros Madlikas, there's no many candles being lit, I can't show. Zerka Rambam. There's like Rambam Dikim and for Shikol Echad Yitem Makam Yuchad. He's very specific. He's saying everybody should lie in a certain place. Tanachim Aliyah Bayis because we lie in a house. Chagam Gam Taisim Adim. Taisim also agrees we don't have to lie all in the same place. Seems to love the Dina. So comes there's no argument to the din how you should do it. El Shin Ishtane L'Shlefi Matzah Makam Adlak. The difference is whether where you're lighting. Are you lighting by the Pesach or lighting by various different windows? Bracket says here, was any started with a Taz, Limatin Shashkrazim, Karama is finding Toises. Hi, this is topsy turvy, the Ashkenazim, the Rama is finding like Toises. The Chosim of War, because the Chesasim in Yuzain, Gamagra, Rama is a Zevachin Ikar, but do coin this no Machlekas. Rama will hold like the Toises when it's at the opening, and Toises like Rama when it's in the windows. There's no problem. If you name the Toises on the Chazam, I'm not going to be a Toises. Shan Kasab Adli, Kmin Hachi Abayis, Bena, Noshim, Ben Noshim. So at Kamishona, I assume it's still calling the Ramah. Doesn't say it. No, it's just calling the Ram the last line. So how many goes like this? Because Ram writes light. Kamina Anchi Abayis Bema Noshim and Noshim Kamishona. Barekenu. This should theoretically be the case. Sharei Noshim Chayovas B'ner Chanukah and Noshim. It requires like Chanukah and goes like men. We never heard this. Everybody's with the father's lighting. I don't believe that anymore. Even there are other people there. Sometimes somebody makes a bracha and lights for himself. But also, even if there are other adults present, say. Only one person lights. And the other time is the reason. Now go to Liga Pesach Cheder Goro. We are accustomed to light on the opening of the large room. Most people come in and out. You can't so that's the case, since we all light in that big picture window, it's like time everybody is supposed to be in the same place. The law of Ekem won't be hecker. Came to Yotzim Bangkok or Bangkok, but it seems to me that the real reason is Yotzi either way. Therefore, you can do as you want. Even to do mahajim, it won't be like mahajim, because we don't know how many people are lighting. Nevertheless, you are Yotzi the mitzvah, says brackets, Kenyan and Yosdaiti. Good. We shame Shem Har Beis. Somebody doesn't have a lot of oil. Can't put each candle the proper shir. Achas Har Beis. Put one of them a lot shir. Shir that would be ample amount for the shir. The other ones you put a tiny bit. Put all of them equally. None of them will have the shir. It's will be a mitzvah. It won't be filled the mitzvah. If you have the shear for all the candles, your friend doesn't have it all. You do the chesed and give it to your friend. Some of the you only just light candle, light one candle. Then it's better that he loses his heater, but Chaber Gankin got in the mitzvah. The friend will also fill the mitzvah. And for him to be the Mahader, Chaber Gankin. Kaver Lake have a mitzvah cloud, which is the will not fill a mitzvah. So that'll be a big mussar lesson in that. The Mishmur says it's only when his friend is not a member of his household or is not living at his table. But if he's a member of the household, so it's better than one person in the house because it's for the most Mahajin way, which is interesting. Makes sense. That's not a question of sitting so your friend should get married. Because you don't say Yotze. I'm saying but this is to be careful about. Today is the fourth day of Hanukkah. You have to give it to your friend, like we said. You only have 4 candles. So now you have enough left for 3 candles, but you should only light 1, not 3. The Shloshim Revi ain't like plenty of clouds, like 3 candles on the 4th day, is incorrect completely. So somebody doesn't have oil for the candle, shall hayoim for the day, echad should only light 1 of them, according to the strict letter of the law. A candle which has 2 mouths, It's two places to light it. Ola b'shil b'shnei miyad, even two people. They seem there. Those who make one candle per person. Avlosim v'sav v'cholai, but those who add every night. Lo yavliku shnayim b'nei echad. You shouldn't have two people lighting one candle. The lo yeheka kamaneres malikim mayoim. It won't be a hecker how many the candles are lighting today. Shmuel says, and Sharatin says, even the first night, you should be careful about this. The first thing, you can be careful. You don't have to be careful, you can be lenient. He says you can rely on that. When the candle is very big, has many mouths. Is that because it's because it has one light on one side, the other on the other side? But what you have to say, eventually, so there's this great gap between the two. You have recognition that they belong to different people. They can light in such a manner. You base if you filled a bowl full of oil. If you fill up sales, you put wicks all around it. If you put on it a vessel, which diminishes the light. Nikar have veil, and there's a distinction which can be seen. We see it there and there for candle. I guess it diminishes light in the sense that it's not one big light, but a whole bunch of little lights. And you can sell each candle separately. Each wick is one candle. But if you didn't put a top on it, and the lights get mixed up with each other. If I have a kimadura, it's like a bonfire. Doesn't work for one candle because the Madura is no good. Mr. says if there's a barrier between each candle or more than a finger width between them, it's mutter even if you didn't put on it a keli, because obviously he holds in that way the recognizable is distinct. Even when you're covering, you have to cover it before you light. If you light and then put the top on, ain't no else, no advantage. Lock up so you lit it was no good. We go after the time you light. You should be careful to put all the candles in a row. Low be equal, not in a circle. Which is like then a bonfire. Should also make them equal. It shouldn't be one further in, one further out, zigzagging. They say ain't hecker. It's not recognizable. It looks like each candle is distinct unto itself. Shua says that also you should not come to do it in a circle, which is the problem. Yud Gimel. Because of it, I'm obviously right? So lampa. Light and candles are called lamps. Move the harbin because each candle is very distinct from its others. I'm going to show no. Meaning, even though you say light in a circle, much kasavnu, because lampa go round lamp mutter. Then shulchokim zem is then you call him hativ. Then you're lighting more than one candle in this lamp, but it's nicker. The Nebulah said those are meticulous. They don't use round candles. Labra, it's not a heater. Even you can distinguish between them. It's not muhuda if they're in a circle. But our candlesticks, which are in a straight line, it is heater. That's a custom. As mentioned previous sivnim mishnah. Each candle should be a finger breadth distant from the next one. It's supposed. We're going to even that requires two exposed gap. There's no general principle about this. The Zeh of Asiya has to Asiyos and how you made them. Because Shenika called everything. That's the main thing. Each candle should be recognizable separately. You doubt. Show some nails shall we make wax candles, lay back nails, kachot, shall put stick two candles together. Kosh can use it certainly not more than that. The zel kavuka, it's like a torch. The rak Abdullah have a mitzvah, which only mitzvah by Abdullah, the low, Neos Chanukah, low Neos Shabbos Yontif, not by any other type of Allah candle. Look, right, the Shabbos Yontif mitzvah to make them, it is a mitzvah to make them round. I guess if you use a candle which is multiple wicks, the other is when you make them, when you stick them together with each other after they're lit, to the point that through this they will get hot and fall. Okay, I don't know what he means by that, but evidently, Arukh HaShulchan holds single candles are best for everything other than Havdalah. Because if they're multiple wicks, it looks like, doesn't the candles looks like bonfires. Each candle should be different, separate from the other one, at least the etzba. Located stop otherwise the flames will stick to each other. It's going to be like a furnace. This is true about any manner of having them close together. Because it's an impediment. Each candle looks separate from its other. There's brackets. When you light a round candelabra, you should put them, hang them in the tefach next to the door. Start from the middle candle, next to the opening, we go to the right. We already said that that's not the best way to do it. Best way is to light in a straight line.